Good morning, class. Today I'll take up two viral families. First is your Bornaviridae and another is Artriviridae. These two are very small families. जिनमें I guess एक ही viral disease which is important for you from veterinary point of view. So we'll take up these two families. Now let's first start with the Bornaviridae and its introduction. Now these Borna disease, it is named after a town which is named as Borna in Saxony, Germany. So this was a town in Germany where at least since 1895 devastating epidemics of a naturally occurring infectious and usually fatal neurological disease of horses and occasionally sheep have occurred. So this Borna disease is this Borna virus is named after a town which is named as Borna in Germany it is, and there since 1895 very epidemics have occurred of this disease, and this is basically a fatal neurological disease of horses. So Borna disease is a disease in horses mainly. The viral etiology of the disease, it was established as early as 1925. The family Bornaviridae, it belongs to the order Mononegaviriales. Mononegaviriales की हमने last time जो भी अभी पिछली families पढ़ी हैं, they come under this order Mononegaviriales, like Paramyxoviridae or Orthomyxoviridae. These were under this order. So this is another family under this same order, that's Bornaviridae, and it contains a single genus which is Borna virus. Now the sole member of this genus is Borna disease virus, BDV, in short BDV. Okay, now we'll take up the properties of the Borna virus. So this virus is an enveloped virus which has only recently been demonstrated by electron microscopy. If we talk about the shape of the virus, it is almost spherical with a diameter of about 90 nanometers. Now the envelope, it's an enveloped virus. So envelope surrounds an inner core which is 50 to 60 nanometers in diameter. Now inner core में there will be genome, and the genome is your single stranded negative sense. It's under the order Mononegaviriales. So I have told you Mononegaviriales के अंदर जितनी भी families आती हैं, they all are negative sense single stranded RNA families. So this is also one of those. Replication इसकी भी न्यूक्लियस में होती है. दिस इज़ ऑल्सो एन एक्सेप्शनल फैमिली जिसकी रेप्लिकेशन अकर्स इन द न्यूक्लियस. जैसे मैंने बताया था एक और एक्सेप्शनल फैमिली है योर पैरामिक्सोविरिडी जिसमें हमने कैनाइन डिस्टेम्पर पढ़ा था. उसमें भी रेप्लिकेशन इट्स एन एक्सेप्शनल फैमिली विच इज़ एन RNA फैमिली जिसमें वायरल रेप्लिकेशन इट अकर्स इन द न्यूक्लियस. रेस्ट जितने भी RNA वायरसेस हैं देयर रेप्लिकेशन अकर्स इन द साइटोप्लाज्म ऑफ द होस्ट सेल. Now this is also a labile virus which is sensitive to heat, lipid solvents and low pH values. So these were the properties of Borna virus. Now only genus, only disease by this virus is your Borna disease. So basically Borna disease is your neurological disease. It is an infection of the central nervous system. It is fatal in many domestic species, particularly horses. So Borna disease is particularly infecting horses and it's a neurological disease which you have to remember. कुछ भी याद ना आए तो इंट्रोडक्टरी इतना आपको पता होना चाहिए डिजीज़ेस कि उस वायरस की ट्रॉपिज्म कौन से सेल्स की तरफ है. लाइक इट्स न्यूरोट्रॉपिक वायरस, इसका ज़्यादातर ट्रॉपिज्म न्यूरोलॉजिकल है और CNS की इन्फेक्शंस करता है. सो द डिजीज़ अकर्स स्पोरेडिकली इन जर्मनी, स्विट्ज़रलैंड एंड अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ द यूरोप. Seroepidemiological studies, they indicate a wide geographical distribution, and the antibodies reacting with this Borna disease virus, they have been found in the sera of human patients with psychiatric disorders as well. And there is a possible link between infection with the virus and human neurological disorders that's being investigated. So this is an important neurological disease, or similar disease have been found in humans as well. Now this is the picture of Borna viral particles as we can see in the electron microscope, almost spherical or approximately 100 nanometers in diameter. So these are the electron microscopic view of Borna virus particles. Now talking about the epidemiology of the disease. It's a neurological disease which is attributed to this Borna disease virus. It has been described in horses and in cats. Now the serological evidence of infection, it has been recorded in other species including sheep, rabbits and ostriches as well. It is thought that the virus, it may be transmitted through ingestion or inhalation. These are the main routes. And most of the cases of Borna disease, they occur in spring and early summer, and the prevalence it varies from year to year. Mainly जो इसके cases होते हैं, they are mostly seen in spring and early summer. And it has been suggested that rodents, they may act as a reservoir host of this Borna virus. And persistent infections, they can be established experimentally in rats. Then talking about the pathogenesis and pathology of this disease, following oronasal infection, ingestion and inhalation, they are the two main or major routes of the viral entry. So following the oronasal infection, virus gains entry to the CNS by intra-axonal spread. There is intra-axonal spread of the virus either through the olfactory nerve or through the nerves supplying the oropharyngeal and intestinal regions. So it has a tropism towards neurological tissue. So nerves ke through it spreads to the central nervous system. Now spread within the central nervous system and into the peripheral nerves, it also occurs within axons. And the viral antigens expressed on the surface of infected neurons induce a cell-mediated response involving cytotoxic CD plus T lymphocytes, resulting in destruction of the infected cells. Then a non-suppurative encephalitis. So CNS mein encephalitis, it will cause encephalitis which will be non-suppurative in nature. And this non-suppurative encephalitis is seen with the lymphocytic paravascular cuffing that's largely confined to the gray matter. Then neuronal degeneration is prominent and intranuclear inclusions, जिसमें intranuclear inclusion bodies जो होती हैं उन्हें बोलते हैं Jost-Degin bodies after the name of the scientist or discoverer. So these are Jost-Degin bodies. These are intranuclear inclusion bodies seen in Borna disease. This is an important objective point for you people. So note it down. जोस्ट ये आगे आपको फ्यूचर कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स में भी इस तरह के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स आते हैं. सो मैंने इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स वैसे लिख दिए हैं आपके लेवल के लिए जितने जो भी इम्पोर्टेंट थे. सो दीज आर जो भी सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम है, इट विल कॉज अ नॉन सुपरेटिव एनसेफेलाइटिस and lymphocytic perivascular cuffing will be seen, neuronal degeneration will be there, and intranuclear inclusion bodies, which are particularly or specifically called as Jost-Degin bodies. They are present particularly in the hippocampus, in this region only. उसके बाद antibody levels in the infected animals which are relatively low and non-protective, they are not linked to the pathogenesis of the disease. Despite persistence of the infection, clinical signs do not develop in immunodeficient animals. So immunodeficient जितने भी cases होंगे उनमें the disease clinical signs will not develop. Okay. Then clinical signs. Borna disease, it has been described mainly in the young horses. The incubation period, which is highly variable, it ranges from weeks to several months. Factors which may influence the severity of the clinical signs include the age and immunological status of the infected animal and the strain of infecting virus. Obviously, it depends on the strain of the infected virus and the immunological status of the infected animal. On farms where infection in horses is present, clinical disease is usually confined to the individual animals. Then clinical signs, they include fever, somnolence, and evidence of neurological disturbance is always there. Ataxia, pharyngeal paralysis is there, and hyperesthesia, they may be present. Then the course of this Borna disease is up to 3 weeks, and mortality rate, it may reach up to 100%. Surviving horses, they have permanent CNS damage and they may exhibit recurrent episodes of neurological disturbance. Then staggering disease hai in cats, it has been associated with this Borna disease virus infection. So cats mein it also causes a disease in cats, horses and cats. So cats mein it causes staggering disease. This Borna virus causes staggering disease in cats. Note it down, this is also important. And in defined areas, some sheep flocks, they have large number of seropositive animals. So sheep mein bhi iske cases have been reported. Then talking about the diagnosis of the disease, Borna disease may vaguely resemble other neurological conditions in horses. But however, the distribution of lesions in the central nervous system, it differs from that in other equine encephalomyelitis. And if eosinophilic intranuclear inclusions, Jost-Degin bodies are present, they may be confirmatory. So what they are saying is that this neurological disease, Borna disease, it may resemble other neurological diseases in horses, but अगर हम इसकी pathology study करें तो if we go for visualizing the eosinophilic intranuclear inclusion bodies, which are Joe-Stegan bodies, particularly in case of Borna disease, they may be confirmatory of the disease. Then viral antigen, they can be demonstrated in the brain by immunohistochemical methods. Then demonstration of antibodies in the serum or in cerebrospinal fluid by immunofluorescence or ELISA, it may aid diagnosis. Then RT-PCR is always a test for the demonstration of BDV RNA. So RNA को detect करने के लिए we can go for RT-PCR. That's a valuable diagnostic tool. So these were the diagnostic methods for this Borna disease virus. Now talking about the control. Although BDV does not appears to be readily transmitted by infected horses, seropositive animals should be isolated. Isolation is the first and foremost method for the control of a disease. Then another is standard hygienic measures. They should be applied to the suspected animals. So this was all about the Bornaviridae family and Borna disease. So Bornaviridae के अंदर आपने एक ही disease पढ़ी है, that's Borna disease. एक ही genus important है, that's Borna disease virus, Borna virus. So basically it's a disease of horses, particularly horses में it's a neurological disease. And इसमें एक और important point is your eosinophilic intranuclear inclusion bodies, which are Joe-Stegan bodies. And एक और point जो आपने याद रखना है, that's it's an exceptional family, RNA family, जिसका virus will multiply in the nucleus of the cell. So this was about the Bornaviridae. मैंने last में jot down कर दिया important points, इतना तो आप at least याद रखना. Then next we'll start with the Artriviridae. Now let's just start with the introduction of Artriviridae. Artriviruses, they were formerly classified as the members of family Togaviridae, and they have recently been assigned this family Artriviridae. So earlier these artriviruses were under the family Togaviridae. Now their genome organization and mode of replication, they are similar to those of members of Coronaviridae, and these two families make up the order Nidovirales. And another family I'll take up is your Coronaviridae. Artriviridae के बाद next tomorrow we'll start with the Coronaviridae. So genome organization or mode of replication is Artriviridae का, it is almost similar to that of Coronaviridae, and they come under the order Nidovirales. जो Bornaviridae आपने पढ़ी थी, that was under the ऑर्डर मोनोनेगाविरल्स, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ऑर्डर है. उसके बाद अगला ऑर्डर इज नाइडोविरल्स, जिसके अंडर वी हैव स्टार्टेड विद द फैमिली आर्ट्रीविरिडी. नाउ इन दिस फैमिली देयर इज ऑल्सो अ सिंगल जीनस, दैट्स आर्ट्रीवायरस. द नेम ऑफ द जीनस डिराइव्स from the disease equine arteritis. So this virus basically causes equine arteritis disease, and यहीं से name derive हुआ है इस virus का, that's artrivirus, which is caused by the type species. Then apart from the horses, artriviruses they infect swine, causing mystery swine disease. अभी पिछली जो हमने पढ़ी Borna disease, that was also a disease of horses. Now this artrivirus is also mainly affecting the horses. It's also a disease of horses. But apart from horses, artrivirus also infect swine. और swine में ये करते हैं mystery swine disease, which was first detected in North America in 1987 and in Europe in 1990, and has since then become a major threat to swine industries in many countries. Now all the artriviruses, they have the capacity to establish asymptomatic persistent infections in their natural host and to cause severe disease in certain circumstances. Then talking about the general properties of artriviruses, these are also spherical but medium size के हैं, 40 to 60 nanometers in diameter approximately, and they possess a lipid containing envelope as well, which has a ring like surface structures. So this is almost spherical in structure, having lipid, they also contain lipid containing envelope. Ring like structures में present होता है envelope. The symmetry is icosahedral, nucleocapsid की symmetry is icosahedral, and it contains a molecule of linear single-stranded RNA. Now replication of this virus, it takes place in the cytoplasm of macrophages. Particularly if we talk about the cells wherein the replication takes place, the replication takes place in the cytoplasm of particularly macrophages and endothelial cells of infected cells. Now artriviruses are also relatively labile. They are sensitive to heat, low pH, lipid solvents, detergent treatment, UV irradiation and many disinfectants. Labile virus है. You can see the virus in electron microscope, and this is the electron microscopic view of arteryvirus particles. These are almost spherical. जो envelop है, ये बाहर जो आप double layer में shield देख रहे हो, that's envelop, which is present in a ring like structure. So almost spherical in size. These are the arteryviruses. Then talking about the clinical infections. Now the members of this genus, they are host specific and they are antigenically unrelated. तो host specific है, species specific हैं, जिस species में करेंगे they are antigenically unrelated. जो भी species में infect करेंगे arteryviruses. Infections, they have been described in horses, pigs, mice and monkeys. प्राइमरी टारगेट सेल्स इनके मैक्रोफेजेस होते हैं. आई हैव टोल्ड यू रेप्लिकेशन इसकी मैक्रोफेजेस और पर्टिकुलरली एंडोथेलियल सेल्स में होती है. सो प्राइमरी टारगेट सेल्स आर मैक्रोफेजेस. Infection is spread horizontally by aerosols, by biting or by venereal transmission. So all these three routes are there. Aerosols के through inhalation is the route first and foremost. Then horses जब bite करते हैं, bite के through भी infection spreads and venereal transmission is also there. Then infections, they are frequently persistent infections होती हैं arteryviruses की. Now it causes the disease equine viral arteritis. Single important disease coming under this family is your equine viral arteritis caused by arteryvirus genus. Now although infection with equine arteritis virus, it occurs worldwide, outbreaks of the clinical disease, they are comparatively rare. arteryvirus और equine viral arteritis के outbreaks rarely होते हैं. But the disease occurs worldwide. It's an important viral disease of equines. So do remember that's an important disease of equines. Upper respiratory tract infection will be there, ventral edema and abortion. They are the prominent clinical features. Like Borna disease was also a disease of horses. उसमें भी particularly horses को infect करता है Borna virus. But that was a neurological disease. Central nervous system was affected. अब इक्वाइन वायरल आर्टराइटिस की बात करें, दिस इज ऑल्सो डिजीज ऑफ हॉर्सेज, बट हेयर अपर रेस्पिरेटरी ट्रैक्ट इज मेनली इन्फेक्टेड. and ventral edema or abortion, these are the main and prominent clinical features of this equine viral arteritis. Biological and genomic differences, they have been demonstrated in the isolates of equine arteritis virus, but antigenic variation is limited and only one serotype it has been recognized of this arterivirus. Now epidemiology. Horses, donkeys and mules, they are susceptible to the infection. All these are susceptible to infection. Percentage of seropositive animals, it is higher in standard breeds than in thoroughbreds. So this is mainly seropositive animals. They are seropositive cases mostly आपको higher दिखेंगे in standard breeds than in thoroughbreds. Although infection it is prevalent in some horse population, outbreaks they are sporadic. The frequency of confirmed outbreaks of equine viral arteritis, they have increased in the recent years, and the factors which may have contributed to this increase include increased international movement of horses, more extensive use of artificial insemination, and greater awareness of the disease. So basically these are the factors responsible for increasing the outbreaks of the disease. ऐसे the outbreaks were sporadic and rarely outbreaks होते थे, but the disease is prevalent worldwide. So there is an increased international movement of horses, so that's why it's a biggest factor contributing to the increase in outbreaks of this equine viral arteritis. Now during the acute phase of infection, virus it is spread primarily by aerosols from the respiratory tract. Virus is also shed in feces, urine and vaginal secretions. Then close contact facilitates the spread of infection. Virus is usually eliminated from mares and geldings within 1 to 2 months, but it may persist in about 35% of the infected stallions. Carrier stallions जो भी होंगे, they are asymptomatic and they shed the virus continuously in semen. So that's why it's a venereal disease. Venereal disease है, that means semen से transport हो सकती है. More than 80% of the mares which are covered by carrier stallions, they may become infected. Mares infected venerally, they may spread the virus horizontally to in contact susceptible animals as well. So you can see the spread of this virus is very high. Venereal transmission, horizontal, vertical, all transmissions are there. Abortion is also reported in the cases of equine viral arteritis. Abortion or infection of the foal, it may result when pregnant mares, they are infected with this virus. Compared to Borna disease virus, equine viral arteritis is very important for you people. This is more important disease. Then pathogenesis and pathology. Now, following the aerosol transmission, replication, it occurs in the pulmonary macrophages. There is subsequent spread to the bronchial lymph nodes and viremia is there. Pathological changes arising from the infection of endothelial cells and widespread necrotic arteritis. It includes edema, congestion and hemorrhages in many tissues. So mainly this virus, आर्टरी वायरस की रेप्लिकेशन कहाँ पे होती है? इन द साइटोप्लाज्म ऑफ एंडोथेलियल सेल्स एंड मैक्रोफेजेस. सो यहाँ पे इट्स कॉजिंग अपर रेस्पिरेटरी ट्रैक्ट इन्फेक्शन. तो जो रेप्लिकेशन होगी इट विल अकर इन द पल्मोनरी मैक्रोफेजेस. देन फ्रॉम दीज मैक्रोफेजेस, पल्मोनरी मैक्रोफेजेस, दे विल स्प्रेड टू द ब्रोंकियल लिम्फ नोड्स, और लिम्फ नोड्स के बाद ही वायरीमिया इज देयर. अब वायरीमिया होगा तो देयर विल ऑलवेज बी सर्टेन पैथोलॉजिकल चेंजेस arising from the infection of endothelial cells, and there is widespread necrotic arteritis which includes edema, congestion and hemorrhages in many tissues. उसके अलावा aborted fetuses which often exhibit autolysis, they rarely display the characteristic lesions. Clinical signs की बात करें तो incubation period it ranges from 3 to 14 days. इसकी जो mainly infections होती हैं they are subclinical in nature. Then the disease it tends to be more severe in very young animals and aged animals, and in those subjected to the stress. जो भी animals which are under stress they are highly susceptible to this disease. उसके अलावा very young animals and aged animals, उनमें भी the disease is severe. Affected animals present with fever, anorexia, depression, conjunctivitis, rhinitis and stiff gait is there. These are the main clinical signs, that is fever, anorexia, depression, conjunctivitis, rhinitis and stiff gait, that's there. Edema will be there, that's usually prominent, and this edema it may involve the eyelids, ventral abdomen and limbs, particularly the hind limbs. So जो भी affected horses होंगे उनमें hind limbs का edema will be there, ventral abdomen में edema देख सकते हो और आप eyelids का edema होता है. उसके अलावा urticarial type lesions they commonly affect the skin of neck. नेक की स्किन पे आपको अर्टिकेरियल लीजन्स दिखेंगे और अर्टिकेरिया विल बी सीन. सो दीज वर द मेन क्लिनिकल साइंस. नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट द डायग्नोसिस ऑफ द डिजीज. सी बिकॉज दिस इक्वाइन वायरल आर्टराइटिस it resembles a number of other equine diseases in its clinical presentation. The definitive diagnosis it requires lab confirmation. अब lab confirmation में first thing is you go for virus isolation. And here virus isolation it is carried out in appropriate cell lines such as rabbit or equine kidney cells, and the samples which are required or which are suitable for the isolation procedures it includes nasopharyngeal and conjunctival swabs. Nasopharyngeal इसलिए क्योंकि it's an upper respiratory tract infection, तो you can always go for nasopharyngeal swabs. इसके अलावा कंजक्टिवल स्वैब ले सकते हैं, प्लेसेंट्रल टिश्यू ले सकते हैं बिकॉज इट्स ऑल्सो अफेक्टिंग, इट्स कॉजिंग एबॉर्शन एज वेल. फीटल टिश्यूज ले सकते हैं एंड फ्लूइड्स. सो दीज आर द सूटेबल सैम्पल्स फॉर वायरस आइसोलेशन. देन उसके बाद वायरल RNA इट कैन बी डिटेक्टेड इन सीमेन एज वेल, क्योंकि वेनरल ट्रांसमिशन है. सीमेन में हाई अमाउंट्स में स्टैलियन सिक्रीट करते हैं, कैरियर स्टेलियंस. अदर स्पेसिमेन एंड अदर स्पेसिमेंस यूजिंग द रिवर्स ट्रांसक्रिप्टेज PCR. RT-PCR से you can detect the viral RNA. उसके अलावा there are several serological tests including virus neutralization, CFT, indirect fluorescent antibody test, AGID and ELISA. They have been used. These are important serological tests. The virus neutralization test it is considered to be sensitive and highly specific, and this is the most widely used test if we particularly talk about the diagnosis of equine viral arteritis or artery virus. इसमें virus neutralization test is the most sensitive and highly specific of all. Now if the stallions they are seropositive, virus isolation from semen it should be attempted, and the sperm rich fraction of semen it is suitable for virus isolation. स्टेलियंस अगर पॉजिटिव हैं तो द सैम्पल सूटेबल फॉर वायरस आइसोलेशन इज सीमेन. Now, the control of the disease. Persistently infected stallions, they should be identified and their breeding activities confined to the seropositive or vaccinated mares. In order to reduce the risk of cold foals becoming carriers, vaccination is recommended. Vaccination at 6 to 12 months of age, that's recommended. सो स्टेलियंस सबसे पहली चीज़ है, इन्फेक्टेड स्टेलियंस शुड बी आइडेंटिफाइड और उनकी ब्रीडिंग एक्टिविटीज़ को कन्फाइन करना पड़ता है. देन अनदर इज़ वैक्सीनेशन. द मेन थिंग इज़ वैक्सीनेशन. So vaccines are also available. There are two types of vaccines available for the equine viral arteritis. First is a modified live tissue culture adapted vaccine, which induces good protection against the clinical disease but not against the infection. Now, use of this vaccine is contraindicated in pregnant mares and in foals under 6 weeks of age. So remember this. Always remember the contraindication of a vaccine. So जो इसकी live tissue vaccine है, that's not recommended in pregnant mares and as well as foals which are under 6 weeks of age. So another vaccine available for this virus is your inactivated whole virus vaccine with an adjuvant that's reported to be safe for pregnant mares, but it requires booster injections at 6 to 12 months intervals. So these were two vaccines available for the disease and it was about the control of the disease. So these were the two families we studied today, that's Bornaviridae and Artriviridae. Both contain single genus Bornavirus and Artrivirus. इसके इनमें एक और कॉमन चीज़ है that both of the viruses they cause disease particularly in horses. Compared to Borna disease, arterivirus is very important for you people. That's an important disease, equine viral arteritis. क्योंकि इसकी differential diagnosis is also required, plus equines में abortion करती है. Differences that Borna virus mainly causes central nervous system of infections, वो neurological disease है, and this is a respiratory disease. Arterivirus mainly infects the upper respiratory tract. Plus इसकी multiplication and replication is inside the endothelial cells and macrophages. So these are the important points to be remembered for these two viruses and these two families. So tomorrow we'll take up the very important family, especially nowadays क्योंकि epidemic ही कोरोना वायरस का चल रहा है. So tomorrow we'll take up Coronaviridae. Okay, till then take care and have a nice day.